Good morning, South Aiken students, faculty, and staff. This is once again Mr. Fuller, and I want to come to you today and welcome you back to South Aiken High School for the 2022-2023 school year. I'm going to cover a lot of information, so you might as well get comfortable. There's a lot of things we need to cover. Without any further ado, I'm going to introduce you all to my admin team and to our school counselors.
Good morning, South Aiken family. My name is Sam Fuller. I am your principal for South Aiken for the 2022-2023 school year. I want to say welcome to everybody. Glad to have you all back this year. And we're going to introduce the South Aiken administrative team, starting with Ms. Schaefer on my right.
Good morning. I'm Ms. Schaefer, assistant principal. My stable is A through D, and our theme color is black. I'm over special education and 504s, homebound, and AP.
Good morning, Mr. Shepler here. I represent the Crimson Stable, students' last name E through J. My primary responsibilities include master schedule, registration, Admentum, and content recovery, performance matters, and instructional lead.
And my name is Mr. Miguel Burns. Just call me Mr. Burns. My stable color is gold. Gold. Right, because we are very, very gold. My letters are K through RE, so you'll be within my stable. Primary responsibility that you're concerned with would be textbooks. I'll be one of each of those textbooks.
My name is Mr. Hudson, and I represent the white stable. My letters are RH through Z. My main responsibilities include building safety, security, and maintenance, and transportation.
So once again, welcome everybody. You all will see us around a lot. Once again, please know that the assistant principal who is in charge of your alphabet, you got once again Ms. Schaefer, A through D. Mr. Shepler is E through J. Mr. Burns is K through RE. And Mr. Hudson is RH through Z. So once again, if you have a question about something that's going on, make sure you speak to your administrator. They are also going to be partnering with a counselor, which you'll get some of the introduction later on. So once again, welcome. It's every thoroughbred, every day, all means all.
Welcome back, T-Breds, to the 2022-23 school year. We're going to introduce the school counseling team to you. I'm Mrs. Weimer, the lead counselor.
I'm Miss Crow, and I have alphabet A through D.
I'm Miss Price, I have E through J.
Dr. Rose Paz, K through RE.
Miss Sharp, RH through Z.
So that was your admin team. So that was your administrative team at South Aiken High School and your counselors. And one thing that we talk about here at South Aiken a lot is every thoroughbred, every day, all means all. And that second all stands for achieve, learn, and lead. We want you all to achieve, we want you all to learn, we want you all to lead. And in doing so, to ensure that we are truly doing our best, our level best, to reach and support all students, South Aiken this year is partnering up our counselors and our administration to form stables. Okay, we're partnering up our counselors and our administrators to form stables. And to talk a little bit about that really quickly, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, and this really quickly. So when we talk about stables, okay, stable has a two-word meaning. Okay, stable has a two-word meaning. It talks about being a place or a location where somebody is housed under leadership. Okay, you talk about horse stable, you talk about somewhere where people are housed, things of that nature. And then on the second side of it, stable is somebody who is steadfast, somebody who is strong. So that word, we like that word stable because it has a dual meaning and because it's thoroughbreds. So, and you look at the objective is to increase the effectiveness of the guidance administration team and promote visibility and availability. And we've broken those teams up by the letters of the alphabet. So as we roll this out, I want you all to hear this, okay? So Ms. Schaefer and Mrs. Crow will have if your last name is A through D, you will be the black stable, okay? And that'll be Ms. Schaefer and Ms. Crow, A through D, and you're the black stable, okay? Mr. Shepler, who is our new assistant principal here at South Aiken this year, and Ms. Price, they're going to be on the 100 hallway. They're going to be E through J, and they're going to be the Crimson stable. Okay, once again, Mr. Shepler and Ms. Price are going to be E through J, and they're going to be the Crimson stable. Then we have Mr. Burns and Dr. Paz on the 300 hallway. They're going to be K through RE. They're going to be the Gold stable. Once again, Burns and Dr. Paz, K through RE on the 300 hallway, and they're going to be Gold stable. And then we have Mr. Hudson and Ms. Sharp. They're going to be in the office suite, formerly the council office, but going to be in the office suite. They're going to be RH through Z, and they're going to be the white stable. Once again, Hudson and Ms. Sharp, RH through Z, and they're going to be the white stable. So really quickly, I'm going to allow them to give a quick chance to introduce themselves. Okay, introduce themselves and talk to you a little bit just so you can see them paired up together. So really quickly, your counselor and administrative stable team.
Hey y'all, welcome to Stable A through D. I'm Ms. Schaefer, Assistant Principal.
I'm Ms. Crow, School Counselor.
And our theme color this year is
Black.
This is where our offices are located. We are here to serve you and work with you, and we're excited. It's going to be a great year.
And we have alphabet A through D, so if you need something, come on down.
Hello T-Breds, I'm Mr. Shepler.
I'm Miss Price,
Ms. Price and I represent the Crimson stable.
and we are last names E through J.
Go Crimson.
Pony up.
Hello, T-Bred. This is my awesome partner, Dr. First Pause.
And my amazing partner, Mr. Burns. We have letters K through RE.
And we are in charge of the Gold stable.
Go for the gold.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Hudson.
I'm Miss Sharp,
We represent the white stable color.
and our alphabet is RH through Z.
All right. So now you've been introduced to your stable team. And again, this is going to help wraparound services for you all. Your homeroom teams are going to be broken up this way as well. A through D, E through J, K through RE, RH through Z, whether it be black, crimson, gold, or white. Okay, your stable is broken down by homeroom as well to once again provide some more of that support so that we are truly trying to live up to that all means all. All right, so now moving forward. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about what's important. What do we want to accomplish? Okay, what do we want to accomplish with our stables and with everything we do here at South Aiken High School? So I'm going to share my screen once again. All right, so now at South Aiken, we want every student to graduate. We want all students to graduate in 4 years in one of the 4 E's. Okay, and what are the 4 E's? First E is employed. Okay, second E is enrolled in a 4-year, 2-year institution. Once again, employed in a career. Third E is enlisted in one of the branches of the military. The fourth E is an entrepreneur. All right, we want our students to graduate in 4 years in one of the 4 E's: enlisted, enrolled, employed, or an entrepreneur. If we can say that you are doing one of those things, okay, we've done a pretty good job of making sure that you're prepared for the next step in life. We talk about being in high school. High school is a very small portion of your life. Even the time that you're in the K through 12 is only 12, 13 years. All right, that is not a large portion of your life. So, but it's a strong foundation that we want to make sure that we're providing for you. And in doing so, make sure that our students have the 4 E's. We want to make sure that we're talking about career and college ready. And when we talk about career and college ready, a lot of schools talk about college and career ready. We say career and college ready because eventually we want you to go on and be employed, make your own money, and be able to live on your own. So if you go to college, you eventually need to be in a career or in some field making money and being independent. To do that, we've got multiple areas here at South Aiken High School where you can be a CAPE completer. We also have the AP Academy, which is preparing students to be successful in college. We offer 23 AP courses. We have the Career Center, which is an option as well. And starting this year, many of you are aware of this, if a student does not meet one of the CCR metrics, okay, does not meet one of the CCR metrics, is not a completer or is on the track to be a completer, does not score 3 or above in one of the AP courses, certain ACT or SAT score, things of that nature, does not have an approved apprenticeship, we adjust senior schedules to ensure that our students are graduating college and career ready, or career and college ready. So please, once again, when you're having those conversations with your counselors and your IGPs, make sure you're talking about, what am I doing? What can I do to ensure that I am career and college ready? All right. So please make sure you're paying attention to that thing. The 4 E's: employed, enrolled, enlisted, or an entrepreneur. That's our goal for you when you graduate. Now, one of our major focuses for this school year is attendance. We all know during COVID and everything of that nature, attendance was all over the place. We had different things going on. This year, we are placing a renewed and extended focus on your attendance. So please make sure that you are coming to school and you're coming to school on time and you're doing things you're supposed to do. I've said this multiple times. You've heard it all over, heard it. You're going to hear it again. I can guarantee you employment if you can do 3 things. Get to work on time, get to work every day, pass a drug test. Same thing goes for high school. If you can get to class on time, if you can get to class every day, and you stay out of the bathrooms doing stupid stuff, vaping and all that kind of stuff, pass drug tests, you're going to have a pretty successful career. All right. It may not be as great as it could be, but you've got at least a strong foundation. So one of the things that talk about attendance, there's a change in regards to our grading policy. And this is a big one that you all need to understand. If you miss school, if you miss class, and it is an unexcused absence, your teacher does not have is not required to allow you to make that assignment up. Now, many departments are going to do that, and they're going over that with you in their syllabi and talk about that in their classes, but they're not required to do so. So if you say you wake up one morning and say, you know what, I don't feel like going to class, or man, we got a test today and I didn't study, I'm going to stay home, or I'm going to come to school a little bit late, or you just miss school and you don't bring in a parent note, that class, that teacher is not required to allow you to make that assignment up. It will count as a 0. Now, if they go above beyond it, they can do that, but they're not required to do so. And if you miss a class, or you miss an assignment, you miss a test, you missed a homework, and it doesn't matter what the reason is, we have instructed all teachers that if you are not there when that assignment is due, to place a 0 in the grade book. Now, don't get anxiety, don't get anxious and say, oh my God, what am I going to do about that? If you have a parent note, if you have a doctor's excuse, you have a college visit, anything of that nature, you have an excused absence, you're going to be required to, you're going to be allowed to make that up. If you have an excused absence, not unexcused, an excused absence, you're going to be allowed to make that up. But that 0 is put in there as a placeholder, so you don't have a false sense of what your grade should be or what your grade is, rather while you're out of school. That 0 is so you can see that, okay, this assignment is missing, and I need to make sure I take time to make up that assignment. All right, and that goes into further tardies. Same thing we say, get to class on time, get to class every day. Tardies, please make sure you are on time. Mr. Burns is going to cover that in depth with you all in his video tomorrow, but make sure you are on time, okay, in all of your classes. And we also have something called the red zone. You are not allowed to leave your class during the first 5 minutes of class, the last 5 minutes of class, and the last 15 minutes of the school day. First 5 minutes of class, last 5 minutes of class, and the last 15 minutes of the school day. You are required to be in class. A lot of you want to drop your book bag off and say, let me go to the bathroom real quick, let me go to the water fountain real quick, if the tardy bells ring. No. Okay? No. You are supposed to be in class first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes. That way everybody can push you to class and make sure that students who are tardy, we're getting them to class. So please make sure you're here into that red zone. Now, so let's talk about those of you all who've been here before. Okay, remember powwow. Okay, powwow is no longer the name of how we do lunch. We are calling it win time. All right, and I'm gonna get face to face with you on this one. We're gonna call it win time. And WIN stands for what I need. All right. Win time is designed for your success is designed for you all to have time to get tutoring, make up assignments, make up tests if you have an excused absence. Not required, once again, if you don't have an unexcused absence. It can give you time to socialize, eat your lunch, things of that nature. For those of you all who are new to South Aiken, please make sure you're taking advantage of win time. There is no excuse. You do not have the excuse at South Aiken to say, I didn't have time to study. I didn't have time to do my homework. I didn't have time to go see my teacher. You have that time day in and day out during win time. Once again, it's no longer called power hour, it's called win time. And we will start doing that next week. For those of you all who are freshmen and new to South Aiken, this is not just playtime. Okay? There's no excuse for you to be failing a class or for you to be doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Okay? There's no excuse for that because we have win time day in and day out where you can get that work done. Once again, first half, if you have your math and your social studies teachers are available for you to go back and see them. Second half, your English, your science, and your world languages teachers are available for them to go see them. And then all your other elective teachers are spread out in between. If you have a question about when your teachers are available to receive extra help, ask that teacher. Okay? Ask that teacher. But there is no excuse for you not to get your work done because we have win time every day. We also are bringing back the ability. So if you're in one class, let's say you're in your math class and you finish your test and you want to go see your social studies teacher to finish another test. We are bringing back the ability to travel from one teacher to another during win time, but only if you have a signed agenda. Okay? Only if you have a signed agenda. You do not have a signed agenda, you will not be able to travel from one teacher to the next. Also, if you want, let's say you get lunch, you get your agenda signed, we will let you up the hallway after the tardy bell is rang to go to your class with a signed agenda. Make sure you are keeping up with your agenda because your agenda is how you get out of class, to go to the restroom, go to the water fountain, change class during win time, go to the hallways during win time. Okay, not having an agenda is not having a required hour for school. If you do not have that item and you go to your teacher and say, hey, can I go to the restroom? Where's your agenda? You don't have it. They can write you up for not having your class materials and we'll deal with that accordingly. And it's $5 for a replacement. So those of y'all who received it this morning and took it and threw it in the trash, make sure you go in the trash and dig that back out. Okay, because you're going to be required to have that. If you're getting dress coded, you're going to be required to have that agenda. So please make sure you're keeping up with that. Just a real quick, another add-on just in regards to lunch. Okay, lunch is returned to pre-COVID. So that means students, unless you have done the free and reduced lunch process, okay, you have to pay for your lunch. All right, once again, return to pre-COVID. If you have not completed the process, you have to pay for your lunch. So if you have not already done so, please make sure you complete that process. Safety and security. Okay, I know I could have put this first, but I'm going to slow down a little bit to make sure that we hit on this and hit on this good and well. Your safety, your security, the safety and security of everybody within this building, every South Aiken stakeholder is the #1 priority. Okay, it is the #1 priority. And talking about that, do not prop open doors. Do not open exterior doors for anybody for any reason. All visitors, anybody of that nature, needs to report to the main office. And we have some entrance security measures that we take place when they hit the buzzer and all of that. But if you are seen propping open a door, opening the door for anybody, you will receive consequences. There's a sticker on each and every single door that says, ignore the door. Somebody's banging on the door, let me in. Tell them to go to the main office. You open that door, you will get consequences, so will they. Okay? So once again, please do not open those doors for anybody. All right? If you're arriving late to school, come to the front office. They're going to ask your name. They're going to ask your reason for visiting. If they don't like that response, if you're not giving them a clear response, I've been instructing my main office personnel to not let you in. Okay? Same thing for visitors. If they don't like their response, they've been instructed to not let you in. We are a school. All right? And your safety and security is utmost importance. So if somebody doesn't give a satisfactory response to enter the building, we will not let them in. All right? So please make sure you communicate that with your parents as well. But interest in security is always going to be, interest in security is going to be very important. Also, I talked earlier about vaping. Okay? Talked earlier about vaping. Vaping is dangerous. Vaping is bad for your health. Vaping is not allowed. All right? It is dangerous. It's bad for your health. It is not allowed. Do not be in the bathrooms doing that. Okay? We've caught a number. You can go on the South Aiken YouTube page. You can see the video of all the vaping things we've confiscated. Do not be in the bathrooms thinking that you can do it in there. Okay? You will get caught. All right? And there will be consequences that go along with that. But once again, it's also dangerous. You don't know, especially you all have had a habit in the past. I'm going to speak positive over you and say that we're not going to do that anymore. But have had a habit in the past of taking a vape and passing from one person to the next person to the next person. First of all, that's disgusting. That is nasty that y'all are going to put y'all mouth on the same piece of metal and plastic and just pass from person to person. That's just nasty, first of all. Okay. Second of all, you don't know what there is in there. Okay. So for your own safety, for your own health, don't do it. All right. You don't know what's in there. All right. And it's not allowed. So please make sure you're not doing it. But once again, passing from person to person is just nasty. Let's not do that. Okay. We have COVID and everything else going on, flu season, all those things happen. Don't do that. Don't get yourself sick. Don't get yourself in any kind of mess over that. Okay? Now, next up, we are high school. Okay? There are going to be conflicts. There are going to be people who do not get along. And I'm going to share my screen with you for this one too, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? If there is, but so when I say there's people that are not going to get along, there's going to be conflict, that means there's going to be fights. Okay? That's just part of it. Fighting is not allowed. There will be consequences. But one of the biggest things that we deal with here at South Aiken is if you see a fight, do not run to it. Don't go and gather around it. Don't videotape it. Don't do any of that. If you do, you receive the exact same consequences. There it is, the exact same consequences as the people who are in the altercation. Okay? And for those of you all who are new to South Aiken and ninth graders, please ask the upperclassmen. We are very good at this. Okay? We are very good at this process. You videotape it, we get a hold of it, you get suspended as well. You get a friend, your friend tells you, I don't like her. And you go tell that friend that she said that she doesn't like you, and those two fight, you get the same consequences. Okay? And like I said, we are very good at this. We are very good at this. And I'm gonna tell you this also. I'm gonna give away a trade secret. When you all videotape fights, the way we usually catch it is because you send it to somebody else. And guess what? When you send it to somebody else, you can't control who they send it to. They send it to somebody else. They send it to somebody else. We see it, or they send it to their parent and say, hey, look at this. Look at what happened at school. They bring it to us. We get the video. Boom. You're suspended. Because that is the same thing. Videoing or instigating is considered the same thing. So you don't want to get those consequences. Don't videotape it. Don't take information from one person to the next person. Because if you send it to someone, again, we're going to see it. Okay, we're going to see it. And once you send any information, once you send a text, once you send any kind of communication, video, anything of that nature to somebody else, you can no longer control who else sees it and who else gets it. And I'm telling you, it always gets back to us. It always does. You can try it and say, you know what, mine won't get back. Okay, you'll get the same consequences. And like I said, we're very good at this. Ask upperclassmen how many of them have gotten consequences for doing that exact same thing. You see an altercation, just keep going. Okay, keep going. Because everybody else, we got great cameras. We're going to pull it up. We're going to find out who did what, this, that. And again, we'll see all that information, and you receive consequences as well. So please, once again, make sure you're doing the right thing. Dress code. First day of school. Some of you all's dress code is atrocious. All right, is atrocious. Boys wearing the short shorts. Girls showing the midriffs, the stomach area. Okay, the spaghetti strap tops. All right, the short skirts. All of those things are not allowed. All right. If you look into your agenda, again, there is a blue page. When we start enforcing dress code, your teacher will send you to the main office with that blue page signed, and the main office will make a determination as if you have a dress code violation or not. All right. If you have a dress code violation, then we may send you back to class, or we may send you to ISS, require you to change. But dress code, we're going to make an announcement, will be enforced. Now, a lot of the young ladies, you've asked me, are leggings allowed? Are leggings allowed? Leggings allowed? Leggings are allowed. Okay. Sheer garments are not, but leggings are allowed. Okay. And if there's a question, once again, your teacher is to send you to the main office, and we'll make a determination on that. Okay. But leggings are allowed this year. So just to clarify that piece for you. I talked about earbuds this morning. Once again, do not wear earbuds. Only time you can wear those is before school. Once the 8:10 bell rings and you go to first period class, you got to remove them out of your ear. All right. And during wind time, between classes, if we see them, we confiscate. I'm not going to ask you anymore to take them out your ear. We confiscate. Teachers, confiscate. You don't want to give it up, it turns into a whole nother thing. It turns into refusal to obey. That's a whole nother referral. So do yourself a favor. Just go ahead and take it out right now. All right. We're going to have grade level meetings tomorrow and Wednesday. For 9th and 10th grade, we're going to have you all tomorrow. 11th and 12th grade, we're going to have those on Wednesday. We're going to cover a lot of the same information, but I always like seeing you face to face. I like being able to talk to you face to face and cover a lot of information right there in front of you. See you eyeball to eyeball, so we can make sure we cover this information. But we'll have those grade level meetings tomorrow and Wednesday. If you are signing out, the sign out information, if you send an email to SAHS, you have your parents send an email to SAHSattendance@acpsd.net, Alpha Charlie Papa Sierra Delta.net. They send an email to that email address before 12 o'clock. Okay, a green pass will be sent to you. You'll be able to get just be dismissed from there at the time that's signed up for, that you're signing out for. All right. After that, your parents will be required to come in. But remember the entry security measures. They come, they're gonna have to state their name, their reason for visit. They got to present ID. Okay. So there's an easier process. But again, and if we don't care for the answer, if the answer isn't good enough, if the answer doesn't explain enough, they can be denied entry to the building. Okay. Now, schedule changes. You can have your schedule changed for 4 reasons. 1, you have a hole in your schedule, meaning you have a first, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh period, but you don't have a second period class. You can have your schedule changed because you have a hole in your schedule. That's 1. 2, you have taken a class last year or a year previous, received credit for that class, passed that class, and now you're sitting back in that class. You can have your schedule changed for that reason. 3, you can have your schedule changed if you want to do a level change. You want to go from CP to honors, honors to AP, AP to honors, honors to CP. If you want to get a schedule change for that reason, we can discuss a schedule change for that reason as well. Or 4, if you are missing a class that you need for graduation, you're a senior and you need a math class, and you need 4 maths to graduate. You need a math class to graduate, and it's not on your schedule. We can do a schedule change for that reason. Okay, so if it's not one of those 4 reasons, we don't make schedule changes. Okay, now we don't have to make a schedule change. Now, also, if you're trying to make a schedule change, you need to do it within the first 10 days of school. By next Friday, schedule changes after next Friday become a withdrawal failure, okay? And we do not do withdrawal failures. You just have to stay in that class, okay? So need to make sure you do all those things within the first 10 days of school in regards to schedule changes, okay? Now, I know I covered a lot of information with you in that period of time. Main thing I want to tell you is this. If you have a question, ask. We want every single one of you to graduate in 4 years with one of the 4 E's: employed, enrolled, enlisted, or an entrepreneur. We want to make sure we're supporting you, giving you those skills. Know who your counselor is. Know who your administrator is. Ask them for help. Ask somebody else for help. The question that is dumb is the question that is not asked. Okay, the question that is dumb, the question that is stupid is the question that is not asked. Ask the question. You don't understand something in class? Ask the question. Okay, make sure you don't say, well, this might be a stupid question. Something. Ask the question. You'd rather know. Please, so please make sure you ask the question. And make sure you're doing the little things to be successful. Be on time. Come to school. Attendance can really hurt you if you're not coming to school. And it can hurt you in the workforce as well. So make sure you're doing those things. You're going to hear a lot of stuff over and over and over again. But know this, we're here because we want to be here because we love you, here because we want to support you, and we want to make sure that we're reaching and supporting every single one of you every single day. And that's why we say, every thoroughbred, every day, all means all. Have a great day, Sal. Thank you.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Weimer, and I'm here to tell you guys how you can make a schedule change for the school year. So there are 3 instances where you can actually request a schedule change. The first one being, if you need a class to graduate from high school and need to add it to your schedule, we'll make that change. A second way we can do it is if you need a level change, meaning you want to go from an honors class up to an AP class, or if you need to level down from AP to honors, or even maybe from honors to CP. If you need a level change, we can talk about that at your request. Another way that we can do a schedule change is if you've already taken a course. If you're currently sitting in a class, let's say maybe it's entrepreneurship or marketing or business or personal finance, you've already taken it, you've already earned the credit in that class, you cannot earn a second credit for it. You must come out and enroll into a different class. Those are the 3 instances where you need to request a schedule change. In order to do that, we want to encourage you to directly email your school counselor, whoever that is. You're part of the alphabet. Connect that to your school counselor. Make that request online via email. Counselors will also be set up in the library for the first 3 days of school, where you can go in and request a schedule change. But we also want to encourage you, if you need to sit down and talk to them, to book an appointment by using our You Can Book Me app. And you can use the QR codes, see their availability, and schedule that appointment. Good luck.